Before this video starts, I want to state that this was recorded like 2 months ago, and some information might be incorrect because of that. And I've already gone through all the illnesses after the main event. But yeah, I'm all good now. We're sorted. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Progressive Minecraft. So this is now pig moment. This is now episode 4. I'm gonna murder all these animals because they are annoying me. There we go. So there's leaves here. Let's get rid of these. We'll start off with clearing up some possible errors with chunk generation, with chunk loadings maybe, because I don't remember these leaves being here. Okay, so we have our first strange occurrence, and thinking about it, this is our first edition that I've not even begun to speak about yet. This is the update that adds cows to the mix, and they are so loud and annoying. Very, very annoying. Drops nothing. Leather. They drop leather. Okay. I also believe there was cloth armor in one of the versions that we've gone by now. I want to quickly see if it's still craftable. Nope. There used to be cloth armor or something you could craft with wool, but it looks like we've gone by that now. First of all, follow on Spotify if you haven't already, and subscribe to YouTube. And my arm is being goofy. Okay. Fengal Podcast on Spotify, Fengal of course on YouTube. Go follow and subscribe right now. I'll give you 3 seconds. Alright, good. Now that that's out of the way, let's go on to the version differences. So, in this episode, they have added cows. We've already seen that. Leather. You can get milk. You can get reeds. Not sugarcane. Reeds. Clay. You can get books and bookshelves. You can get slimes and boats. Break these leaves before it goes nighttime. They look like bushes almost, which honestly sounds kind of cool. Maybe I should have left them. No, I'll leave those there. Little decoration down in the corner of my house. Yeah, I want to do some building, of which my house is looking mighty fine. I must say, it is gorgeous. So I really want to build a mob farm today. I don't know how possible that is, but I'm going to try. I assume the giant cobblestone towers will work in this version. Okay, so yes, I'm going to need a lot of cobblestone, a lot of water, which 2 buckets will be fine. Back when the boats used to look like this, I remember this actually. This is real nostalgic. I've not seen this boat sprite in so long. It reminds me of Xbox 360 days. Alright, so let's get out of here. Oh my god, the boats are so slow. I remember they crash if you touch land. So, can I get out? I can't get out. You need to crash. Oh my god. I'm not even going to rebuild it. Boats are trash. Okay, so I'm going to deforest this area, and I'm going to begin. So, today's topic is about patience and appreciating peace. Where do we start with that? Because that is quite a big topic actually, covering kind of 2 at once. Yeah, peace and patience, they kind of go like hand in hand, right? Patience is tolerance and understanding, right? That's what being patient is. It's the opposite of like rushing around and trying to do things ASAP. It's taking it slow, being tolerant of stuff, and patience can be understanding as well. So what I mean by understanding is when people... I don't think leaves decay in this version, do they? Oh, they do. Never mind. So what I mean by understanding in patience is like if someone's having a go at you. It can be understanding where they're coming from rather than being retaliatory because they said something mean. So why is patience important? Patience is definitely a developed skill. Personally, I struggle with patience. I am not a patient person whatsoever. I like to get things done immediately. This needs to be up 28 blocks, I believe. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 28. Wow, that's a big drop. There's no crouching, so I'm gonna have to be careful with this one. Being patient with people, it helps reduce problems in the long run, I find. If we think of it like, this is such an odd example, you left the toilet seat up and your wife's really mad at you and she's just having a go at you for leaving the toilet seat up, and what you might want to do is just go, well, it doesn't matter, it's just a toilet, why does it matter, like, blah, 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 blah. And start an argument from that. But if you decide to be patient in that moment, you could just let her say what she wants to say and then just say, sorry, it won't happen again. Even if deep down you feel you'll probably do it again at some point. Just being patient, not being retaliatory to situations, and choosing understanding over adding to the fire, essentially. Let's do patience in Minecraft terms. So this kind of works because this version, not much has really happened, really. I mean, we saw cows, but I'm not gonna go out looking for sugarcane. Let's be honest. Sure, it's cool and all, but I don't want to waste chunk generation on like what, a book that I can't even read. I can't enchant with. I just don't care enough to do that right now. So instead, I'm gonna choose to be patient. I'm gonna wait for the next version. I'm gonna build something that I don't know. I want to build, that something I feel is useful. Building like this is just straight up nostalgia though, because who builds mob drop towers anymore? Like, because they changed how spawning works, so these methods don't even work anymore. But since obviously I'm on an older version, hopefully we should have some success with it, which I'm really excited to see if it works or not. I think patience is probably one of my least favorite topics because, like I said, I'm not patient. I like to get things done because I'm an action sort of person. So patience is like, ugh, patience, I have to wait. But I do think it is a useful skill for people to have. I guess patience is also integral to this world because some items right now I just don't have the luxury of having. Imagine how easy, or potentially not even items, mechanics as well. Imagine how much easier this would be if I could crouch walk on this right now and not tap W to slowly place and try not to fall off. Imagine how much easier that would be. Right now I just gotta make do and, live with what I've got. I really hope this isn't a massive waste of time, because my idea is that I can maybe sit under this for a little bit and focus on talking while mobs are dropping down. And to be honest, I'm not even looking for any mob drops in particular because there's not much really, like what, feathers, gunpowder, and bones. Like, I literally don't care. It's always so refreshing to do videos like this, though. After spending hours and hours editing something I'm trying to make really enjoyable, to just finish off the night with a nice little progressive Minecraft recording. It makes me feel like I'm still being productive, but in a nice, peaceful way. Especially after such tough weeks. I like Minecraft because you do it yourself. You do everything yourself, especially on a single player world. Literally everything you do is you. The shit going on mostly is stomach infection, stomach ulcer that I've contracted after being spiked on a night out, which is fucking wild. I've never had anything like that happen to me before. It's fucking scary, honestly, because I have no idea how it happened. But when you go from drinking 2 beers to blackout drunk and throwing up blood the same night, something's up. So I've had stomach problems for well over a week now, and they've only just started getting better. I've had a lot less pain today than I've had recently, which I'm really happy about, because if it lasted any longer, I could have actually been hospitalized. Honestly, I'm very surprised I wasn't hospitalized there and then. It really sucks, honestly, because I remember the night out it was really good, actually. I remember I was out with, there was, how many of us? 10 of us? Between 8 and 10 of us. And it was a really good night. I started off the night by watching the Mario movie, of which it's alright. I mean, I'm not going to see Bowser 360 no scope Mario and 10 out of 10 from me or anything, but it was alright. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 because I like rating everything I watch. In terms of like how far children's games adaptations go, it is pretty good. So yeah, after watching the Mario movie, we just start going out and start playing poker and blackjack. Nothing like shot poker or anything. Literally just normal poker, having fun, And I have 1 beer at that point. We go to a different place, play some darts and pool, and I have 1 more beer, and that's it. Lights out. And that's it. That's all I can remember. So, on a more positive note, I went golfing yesterday. My friends, they went out drinking, and I couldn't join them because my stomach is still, we're still playing up at that point. So I've been going for world records as well. Nice little thing I've been doing. I have claimed 12, coming up to 16 world records. Yeah, I think the mob grinder's getting near completion, actually. I just need to make the roof now, and it'll be all good. I just need to light up the top, and yeah. So let's go back to patience, because I've done a lot of sidetracking, as I usually do. So another reason I wanted to go into patience is because, in my eyes, real life these days, just like me, I mean, I don't think many people have patience, especially with like all this brain rot, all these dopamine farms that people just be feeding their brain these days with the phones and social media and everything. We're now just trained to want instant gratification for everything, and I think it's really unhealthy, honestly. Practicing patience is going to be a really good skill to learn, especially in the modern day. So where else is patience useful? Patience can be useful in skills, particular skills you want to develop. Kind of like resilience, just keep putting in the work even when the results don't show. That's patience as well, because sometimes things just take a while to get started, so just gotta give it a little while, and even though the results don't show currently, just have the patience to let it. If you're a game designer or a coder, maybe you keep making like the same mistakes, you don't feel like you've gotten any better from where you started at. That's usually not entirely the case. You just need to give it some time and be patient, with not only yourself but with whatever you're trying to get better at. Quick example again, fitness, exercise, muscle growth is very slow. If you check your muscles every day, you are never going to notice a difference, because you need to give it time. You need to be patient with it. It's not going to be you do 10 sit-ups and all of a sudden you're swole. Like what? You're stupid. It's not how it works. So just give it a bit of time. You'll be good. I think I should probably take out this massive chute to help spiders get through. I think that's probably a good idea. So let's do that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I nearly just fell victim to my own trap. Yeah, I mean, becoming patient just allows you to appreciate the things that you have, including the peace, which I've not mentioned much, but I'll get into in a bit. I struggle with having outbursts, right? Like fucking being angry. Being patient for me would be to, when I feel like I'm about to shout at someone, I'm about to say something, deep breath, step outside my body for a sec, think about it. Should I be saying that? Probably not. Probably not. And decide not to say it, because that will probably get me in a lot of trouble, as it usually does. I don't think there's anything else I could talk about with patience. It's a topic I don't like, really. Let's move on to peace. Peace is the freedom from quarrels and hostilities, including within oneself, which is what I wrote down word for word, which, yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. And the reason I put patience and peace in the same video is because they go hand in hand. You know, you can't really have peace without patience and patience without peace, because you need to be in the right state of mind for both, right? Because if I'm not at peace, if I'm fucking infuriated, I'm about to say something, if I don't have any peace, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care about being patient in that moment. So I think they do work like that, hand in hand. I remember why you've got the chute now, because the light leaks in from the bottom. Aye. I just remembered that. Something like this, I think, should be good. I think they should let the littlest amount of light in while making sure spiders can fall through. I think that'll be okay. One more for good luck. Alright, well, I'm convinced nothing's gonna spawn. Okay, well, that failed, and, you know, it's fine. I did half expect that it weren't gonna work anyway. I appreciate this world, and this series, you know. Progressive Minecraft has been such a nice break. Shit happens in real life, and I just have to make a progressive Minecraft video on it. Like, being spiked is just absolutely insane. Never would have seen that coming in a million years. I can appreciate the present, appreciate what is now, you know? Like, even though I got spiked, I went golfing yesterday. I got a couple world records, you know? So there's always something to appreciate. Patience, peace, you know, it's all about time. And time heals all. I think that's a really good lesson I learned, to be honest. Stop worrying about things, is that time will just figure it all out for you. Whether you like it or not, it will. It might not seem like it will, but trust me, it will. There's not many things in life that don't fix themselves with enough time. And that's why you gotta be patient, because sometimes allowing time to do the work is the best decision. So, originally, I was gonna end it there, but I have come to a revolution. I have given it a day. I took my own advice, and you know what? I said, I'll come back tomorrow with some fresh ideas, because this just ain't gonna work. So, my new idea is to utilize an old exploit. I've done some more research into how mob spawning works, and it turns out there was an old bug that made 0, 0, like the coordinates 0x0z, ideal for mob spawning because it's the first chunk that gets checked, and if I chucked my tower there, essentially, in theory, there would be more mobs spawning in it. So I come up to my first hurdle, and that's because I cannot check coordinates in this. I have no clue where coordinates are and where they're not. As an experienced Minecrafter myself, I naturally go to chunk base. Wow, this map is a lot more useless than I expected. Okay, well, there's another solution, or another way we can kind of track where 0, 0 is, and that's by literally killing myself. And this is going to be the hardest part, is just locating the 0, 0, but when I do, I will be rebuilding. There we go. And E0, sure. Respawn. Interesting. So I was thinking about if I kill myself enough and mark where I spawn, eventually I'll be able to find the middle, right? Because using maths and averages and that. Hold up, wait a minute, I'm cooking, I think. It wouldn't be a coincidence, would it? If I've got a set spawn point, I am very, very confident that'll be 0, 0. Surely. So if that's 0, 0, the mob farm is going to be right outside my base. So I found 0, 0. My hunt is over. I found the SpongeBob tickets. It's literally just moving the build now. And although it will probably look not great next to my house, it's a small price to pay for salvation. So yeah, sometimes with patience, you just got to give yourself sometimes a reset, you know, and you'll come up with something better, like what I've just done. I know it might seem like seamless transition between yesterday and today, but for me, like, it's a whole last day I've had to really think about what I want to do here and research more into what's actually viable, and this is not. Let's get out of the way real quick. This is not good. That's a good example of patience, being able to step away and come back to something. I didn't want to extend this video, but look, I had a quick look back and I was like, that video is going to be like 15 minutes long, and come on, I can do better than that. So whip out a Pepsi and get on with it. So sometimes you just need that refresh, you know. And I don't expect things to be perfect, but I've got the patience to let it work, you know. Yeah, I mean, I've turned this from honestly subpar quality video into possibly a really impactful one, because once again I'm doing something stupid as to remake this whole thing in a slightly different location, all because I want to prove a point. I want to send a message. This is literally just a gamble, by the way, because I can't prove that the mobs are actually going to work. We don't have creative mode yet. I can't test this on another world. I have to trust the process. And if it doesn't work, then oh, I tried. Well, that's fine. What better way of showing patience than to destroy all of what I've built to rebuild it 20 blocks away. Yep. So yeah, I want to rebuild this at 0-0 because there's an exploit where there might be more mobs that spawn over there. That's literally the extent. Now that I've got extra time, I've wrote down about 10 more points that I've come up with throughout the day, and I'll go over them now. So patience helps with self-control. So I already spoke about how I'm pretty angry. I have angry outbursts sometimes, and patience will help you overcome that, right? You just gotta step outside your body for a second, think, give me a second, and let me restart, sort of thing. Which is what I did with the world, of course. When you run out of ideas, just take a break and come back, you know. Being able to step back for a bit and reflect and come up with a different, more efficient approach is a very good skill to have, actually. I've learnt that over the years. Still not massively patient, I'll be real. Yeah, I'm working on it. That's fine. It's definitely one of my biggest weaknesses, being so impatient, but so one of my biggest issues is rushing around to do stuff. It's tasks like this that really drag on, let me realise how much I'm rushing around and trying to force things to happen when I should really just be letting go and giving things time that need time. And it's a really obscure reference, but I mean, things like healing from an illness. I'm still ill from being spiked. It's not just gone over the day or over the week. To be honest, it's been over a week now. I'm still recovering. I can't rush the healing process. It's just gonna have to take its time, unfortunately. I wish I could just say Thanos snap, I'm all better now, but it's not realistic, is it? It sucks having to destroy this all. I also have come up with a new method to make this slightly better, and that's to raise the water side so they don't just jump out of the water when they're being carried away. But I mentioned this in the last episode, you know, sometimes you gotta start from scratch in order to make something work, and that's just so real, honestly. Sometimes you gotta just destroy it all, as much as it's painful to do so. Sometimes it's the only way. But yeah, I should have made the walls bigger. I should have thought about where I'm actually placing this rather than where it looks pretty. Somewhere more functional. And I wonder how it's gonna look outside my house, but we're gonna go with it. It'll probably be fun. And if not, then, well, I can overcome that issue another day. Because obviously this exploit wasn't in the game for very long, so I've got time to enjoy it and then rectify it when it finally gets patched, which I believe is 1.2 alpha. So it will be like 8 episodes before that thing gets taken down. And who knows, maybe the series won't even go on that long. Because 8 episodes is a long time. What topics would I even talk about in those? That's definitely a question for future me, but we won't ponder on that. Right now I do have a topic, and it's a difficult one, I'll be real. Patience is hard. Patience is difficult to talk about. It's just the act of essentially waiting and being tolerant and understanding in the process of waiting, isn't it? Of course, I think I briefly mentioned it yesterday for me, but probably like 10 minutes ago. Resilience also kind of ties in with patience. You know, to develop skills, you've got to be resilient. You know, you've got to keep putting in the work, keep trying, even when there's nothing visible. You also got to be like patient enough to do so. Sort of go hand in hand. Pretty much everything I've talked about is like it connects in a way. The first episode was like, I don't know, just general positivity and stuff. to then change to resilience to patience and peace. It's like a nice little bond between all the subjects at the moment. I like that. So yeah, you gotta be resilient, be patient, especially with people. God, like, some people you just want to put your fists in their gob to make them shut up. Sometimes you gotta be patient with people, even people that piss you off, even like family members, friends, because anyone can piss you off. Don't react and choose understanding over retaliation. I don't believe that's always the answer, I'll be honest. If you get pushed around, push him back. You get slapped across the face, slap him back. But, you know, I feel like in order to correctly break the rules, you need to understand the rules. That's one of my philosophies of life. I picked it up in art class. I really like the saying, in order to break the rules, you have to know the rules. I really like that. Even just like the idea that, yeah, I could have chose not to retaliate to that, but I chose not to. I chose to retaliate because it's the better option. That is good. That's the level of thinking we encourage. So what are you doing right now? Yeah, I mean you. What are you up to right now? Are you playing a game in the background? Oh, that's awesome. To those who were actually playing a game, I can read your mind, I guess. Not sure what else to tell you, man. Okay, that was a bit weird. Bit of a lag. There's probably all that cobblestone down. There's a lag in the game. I wonder if I can crash the game with too many entities. That would be really terrible, actually, yeah. I'm just gonna hope that that's not the case. Because that would be just awful. Just straight up awful. Does anyone else remember old Minecraft roller coaster videos? I used to be obsessed with them. I used to always really want to make roller coasters that were good. But I would always make those that you'd see in the old Minecraft building books. Like just the wooden, like, scaffoldy looking ones. I remember those, like the Beetlejuice Minecraft roller coaster, like the horror theme park and all that. That was awesome. What a time. What an awesome time. I want to say that was the peak of Minecraft, honestly. Because people always say, like, oh, the game needed these updates. I don't know if it's just nostalgia talking, but I feel like back then the game was just perfect. Like, it feels like nowadays the game's just too modern. I don't know. I miss the simple days of Minecraft Alpha. It's nice being back to the really old Minecraft, of course. So this is the ideal spot to build on. This is going to be the platform. I make it one higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 26. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got to also do this. Oh, I've got to do this all over again. Oh no. 9. There we go. Make it too wide so I remember. And that'll be the first water pop-up thing. 9. Boom. So that should be all the water conveyors things done. Now, the moment of truth is seeing whether or not they all line up. Okay, hold on. Let me actually get some water so I can use for all of them. What happened there? Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Yep, they all line up. Very good. So I built it correctly so far. Now I need to actually build the spawning platform. Obviously, back to patience. Sometimes you just gotta wait for things. I think I said this already about how skills will take time to develop, and you've got to give yourself the patience to actually develop them, or of course you're not gonna develop the skills. But it can also be applied to people. Sometimes you need to give people time and space in order to reflect on possibly their actions or their goals and what they want to be, what they want to do, etc. If you ask your friend, let's say you went and bought a house, and you ask your friend if they want to move in, well, that's a massive decision, right? You gotta give them quite a lot of time to decide something like that, because that is life changing, and yeah, it goes for a lot of situations. Obviously, you just give them the time, you know. Don't push it. Time will help them make the correct decisions instead of someone who says, yeah, I'll be there, and they don't show up, you know. Someone who actually takes the time to think about it is going to be more reliable and more respectable in the long run. I'm tempted to make this 3 high as well. I didn't do that last time. I'm really worried that they can't spawn on cobblestone. If nothing happens, I might have to just replace the base of this with dirt, possibly. Because obviously I know they can spawn on grass. So this is 3 high. I want to make it 1 higher and put a roof on it. It actually looks pretty nice outside my house. I thought it would be really annoying to look at, but it's actually alright. Patience can show respect. I mean, not only just as a response to like people making plans and stuff, but also giving people the patience they require in conversations as well. So don't be an arsehole. Listen to people. You know, funnily enough, not talking over people is a nice thing to do. What? Who would have thought that? It's not just about waiting, just doing nothing and waiting, like watching paint dry. It's the idea of doing something in the meantime. It's not about waiting, it's about how you act while you're waiting. So instead of watching wheat grow in Minecraft, you know, you could be out there mining diamonds, and by the time you're finished, the wheat will be done. And that goes for a couple scenarios in real life as well, where sometimes you just need to let things be for a little while, because Rome wasn't built in a day. Wheat doesn't grow instantly. Don't you dare type bone meal. I swear, if someone types bone meal in the comments, I'm gonna dislike your comment, and then I'll put you in the hall of losers down at my base. Wheat doesn't grow in a day, and people also take a very, very long time to grow. So like me, I'm still growing. Don't know when I'll be mature. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, so I'm not him, unfortunately. But the difference is I've got the balls to say that. A lot of people would just be, why have I run out of cobblestone again? What? No way, I need to get more cobblestone. Wow, ain't no way. I'm actually going to need to go mining. In the meantime, I'm going to change the topic back to peace, because I don't think I got to cover that very... What are you doing down here? What? Okay, that was weird. Oh. Oh no, I'm so sorry. What is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god, they did that. Slime balls. Oh. Oh wow, a lot of them. Oh my. What is going on? Oh my god, wait. I think I know why the mob spawner isn't working. I think I know why the mob spawner isn't working. There's so many in there. I mean, slime balls are really hard to get usually, so I'll definitely be making use of this. Wow, these slimes are massive. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I'm gonna get slimed. Oh my god, I actually am. Hold on. I need to lock in. Wait, slimes are an invasive species in this version. What is this? What is this? What is going on? This should not be normal. I see why they had to make slimes only spawn in slime chunks, huh? Because I can hear more. Is it because it's lit up? I'll destroy the torches if that's the case. That's insane. Let's start strip mine. So, pieces. Obviously, I mentioned it before, the lack of conflict and the lack of quarrel. What is peace to me? I wrote that and I haven't thought about it since. Being able to choose to do something of my own volition. Using my free will to do anything really. I choose to spend my night playing an old version of Minecraft talking about random shit. And that's my free will. That's my version of peace. Also, I've noticed my armor bar. What's happened there then? I've got full iron armor, 3.5 armor. Are we serious? How does that work? I feel like patience and peace is like the epitome of maturity. Having full control over your actions, feeling like no matter what, it'll all work out. Not being tied to stupid, insignificant things like appearance or how you're received. Don't be an idiot, but when it comes to things like thinking you're fat and stuff, like, I never really understand that because I don't care anymore about anything like that. The only thing I care about is making this goddamn mob farm work. Even if it don't, it's fun. You know, I just completely rebuilt this in a new location and it took ages, but you know, I tried. If the slimes just break it and I can't use it, then whatever. Maybe in another version it'll be useful. I did all I could. I tried to find 0 and utilize the early chunks for mob spawning. So I've used every last drop just this once. There we go. And now 1, 2. Scary cave noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. This should all be lit up enough that things don't spawn. Now it's just time to get down, see if it works its magic. This is the moment of truth. This should be about the right distance for it to work. I beg, if there's a god, please let my efforts be not in vain. I don't think I see any items. Just looking for the one feather or a bone. Yeah, there's nothing. What a shame. I think the slimes are clogging up the spawn cap. Well, I tried. Remember to live life to the fullest and make good decisions. Don't have regrets and be who you want to be, nerd. Give things time. It's really important. And where do you find peace in your life? Tell me in the comments. As long as you don't put bone meal, I'm happy. I'll leave a little heart for you as long as you don't put bone meal. Follow my Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. This has been another episode of Fengal Podcast. Yeah, I think I've done good actually. Ciao.